What's good, y'all? It's your boy Mason, and this is our first video, and today we're going to be reacting to True Story Animations horror, creepy, out of the park. So, yeah, let's see this. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications, and hit the bell. So, yeah, you gotta hit the bell though, because you don't want to miss any of my videos. I'm really funny, so I'm funnier than Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart, if you ever get a chance to watch this, even if you're 40, I'm funnier than you, dude. Back off. Okay, so, but I'm going to be doing, this ain't the only video. I'm not going to always be doing reaction. I'm going to do reactions, pranks, stuff like that, okay? Yeah, so, without further ado, let's get in the video.
In all my years of being a police officer in Floyd County, Georgia, I have only experienced two horrifying situations. I'll share with you the worst of the two. It was a slow night, and I was patrolling the dirt roads in my cruiser. At this particular spot, there were tiny woods on both sides of the road. And then it all started. I spotted somebody jumping into the woods on the left. I only saw half of them, though. They were gone so quickly. I pulled up closer and shined a spotlight into the woods. I didn't see them. Unfortunately, it was kind of my job to check on things like this, so I hesitantly stepped out from the car and began searching.
You stupid!
In a moment like this, I was so ready to pull my gun, as I was actually terrified. And then, the cliched snap of a branch from behind a tree almost made me want to run
stupid for
back to
going.
the car,
I would dip out of there, and he just goes to the woods to see what it was. I'll be out of there. I would move to China or something.
I told them to raise their arms.
I know he's a cop. I was just saying, it's creepy.
They raised their hands, but they didn't remove the mask. I tried to demonstrate my authority by yelling this time, ordering them to take it off. They looked as if they were about to take it off.
Stop.
And suddenly, he or she looked to their left, and then back at me.
That's creepy.
I heard footsteps coming from my right.
It's like Fortnite, guys. You gotta look all the ways.
I yelled as loud as I could for everybody to come out with their hands up. You may be thinking, why?
Look at the gun.
Well, if you were in this position, in this setting,
Look at his fingers.
you would have been shitting yourself just like I was. Another person wearing a mask walked over. This one holding an axe.
Ooh.
I had my gun locked on him. But suddenly, footsteps started coming from all directions. I looked around, and I was surrounded. There were at least 10 strangers wearing masks, surrounding me almost in a circle, with only an opening behind me. Half of them were armed with axes and the like. I stood there, gun raised, but not even aimed at anything at this point.
I would shoot one of them in the head and run.
One of them, I'm not sure which, finally broke the silence, telling me in a muffled, deep voice, "Go away." My heart dropped as he said this.
I ain't going away, I'm gonna punch you in the face. That's what I'm gonna do.
Live. I turned and ran for the car, driving down the road half a mile.
I would run too, guys. Don't lie.
As you would guess, the whole group was gone from the woods when a search squad arrived. I have a theory on this, however. I believe that what I witnessed was some kind of fucked up secret society that was planning on trapping an innocent passerby.
Yeah.
And I think that whoever jumped into the woods as I was passing recognized my car as a police car and tried to hide. Had I not been a police officer, I believe they would have stopped me, led me to the woods, and done whatever this group does for its sick kicks.
Okay, that was the first one, guys. Creepy though, because I would have pooped my pants too. Don't lie. If there was like 10 people surrounding you, what would you do? I would poop my pants and then pee myself and then punch them in the face and run. Bye.
At the time of this story, I had already met a total of 3 people on Match.com. It didn't really work out with 2 of them, and the third one I dated for 4 months. After my breakup, I wanted to take a break from commitment and just find something
You ugly, boy.
And so I matched with a girl named Kylie, who I got along with decently well on the app. She seemed down to just come over to my apartment and hang out for the night.
Ooh, smoochy.
And seemed really quiet in person. We hung out in my room in the upstairs.
She looks like she's evil.
We just talked for a while watching TV in the background. There were a bunch of awkward silences, but I did my best to fill them with new conversations. In the back of my mind the whole time I was thinking, are we gonna kiss? Does she expect me to move in for the kiss? How do I go about it? But hours of talking later,
I started to realize there was something wrong with this girl. She became increasingly more emotionless. She was staring off across the room as she'd talk slowly, talking about increasingly deep and dark things. Then she said something
Oh,
surprising.
hell no.
She thanked me for allowing her to sleep over. Apparently, when I said she could come hang out for the night, she meant to literally stay the night. She got off the bed and asked what blanket she could use for the floor. I grabbed a couple blankets and
No.
pillows and made a sort of
I'm
bed for her on
done.
the floor.
If you can live here, I'm out.
She
I'm
thanked
going.
me and then laid down on her side, facing
California.
away from me. I guessed she was ready to go to sleep. I
Creepy.
turned off the TV and closed my eyes. We didn't say a single word to each other, and I have to admit, it was very awkward. I fell asleep probably half an hour after shutting the TV, but I awoke randomly in the middle of the night. I sat up and looked down at the floor, and was able to see that Kylie didn't appear to be laying on the floor anymore. I flipped on the lamp and looked around the room. She wasn't anywhere, actually. But just then, I heard a voice downstairs.
No.
It sounded
No,
like
I'm
it
out.
could be
I'm
Kylie.
about to quit the video.
All the walls in my apartment are paper thin, so noise travels quite easily throughout it. I quietly left my room and stood at the foot of the top of the stairs, listening for what Kylie could be saying. All the lights upstairs were off, but she was talking in a low voice. I just couldn't tell for sure what exactly she was saying. I figured she was on the phone with someone, but still, I went downstairs to check.
Don't. I would.
I stepped into the dark kitchen.
I would jump out my window.
And there she was. But she wasn't on the phone. She was just creepily sitting in one of the chairs facing the wall. She seemed to still be muttering to herself. I was frozen. All I could say was, "Kylie?" She turned her head to me, looked at me for a few seconds, then turned back to face the wall. I went upstairs quickly to my room and crawled into my bed to call my dad.
Bro, she had some demon's eyes, bro. That was creepy.
Obviously sounding concerned.
I'm done.
I told him in a quiet panic that some random girl from online was staying the night, and now she was sitting in my kitchen muttering to herself like a crazy person.
Because she is crazy, you
Sounded
stupid
confused as
retard.
hell. I told me to call 911 if she seemed like she was having some kind of episode to safely get her out of there. Then I looked up and noticed a figure standing
Oh!
at the door in the dark. It was Kylie. All I saw was the outline of her
Stop.
skinny body.
Stop.
She stood there for maybe 10 seconds. All I heard was my dad on the other end of the phone saying hello over and over. The next thing I saw was the silhouette of Kylie at my door suddenly charge at me in my bed as she began to scream. Trying to choke me. However, I was able to quickly overpower her and hold her down against the bed. I screamed at my dad to call the cops. I was able to drag the insane girl downstairs by the time the cops came. The cops took her away to fill out a few documents. I think it's safe to say that you should always meet people from websites and apps in a safe, public place first.
Guys, the second one was so creepy. Whew. Guys, bro. That was so
I went to the
creepy.
bathroom in the middle of the night
Oh
after some
my
late
gosh.
mess and left my door cracked open before
With
I
my
got back to
brother
bed.
cracked up and you want about to tell you.
When I fell asleep, I dreamt that I was outside my room.
Dreamed, you mean?
In the dream, I saw my door cracked open. I pushed it open and then saw myself sleeping.
No, that's creepy.
When I woke up, my door was wide open.
That was over? How's it scary?
When I
Boo!
was a teenager, I was home alone one weekend and I was sleeping in my parents' room since there was a TV in there. Sometime around 2 a.m., I felt like I was being stared at from the direction of the hallway. I looked up and I saw a shadow person looking at me. It was weird because it was a pure man-shaped black mass and I could see him in the dark hallway. I'm guessing the light from the TV helped.
Come on, back up a
I
little bit.
sat up and stared back, but I was terrified. We looked at each other for probably 5 seconds and then I turned around and walked down the hall. A few seconds later, I heard a loud crash. I was so scared I turned the TV to the Disney Channel and stayed awake for as long as possible. When I woke up the next morning, I walked down the hall to the bathroom, and that's when I noticed the mirror that was hanging had fallen off the wall and was shattered. My family still doesn't believe me, but I know what happened.
That was it. A little scary, a little. I don't want
This
this.
happened to a friend of mine. She told me about it about a year or so ago. We'll call her Minji. Minji is in her late 20s and works as an English tutor in South Korea. One evening, a few years ago, she was tutoring a high school boy. They were up studying pretty late and the buses stopped running. Being a long way from his house, the boy asked if he could crash on her floor overnight and get the first bus in the morning.
Always go to McDonald's.
Minji was very reluctant because inviting a teenage male student to stay the night didn't sound like a great idea. But he was begging her, and eventually she relented. They went back into her one-room apartment, and she got into the bed while he laid a blanket out on the floor, and they both fell asleep. A few hours later, at maybe 2 a.m., the boy wakes Minji up. "I'm really hungry," he says. "Let's go get some food."
Go get some food
Minji
yourself,
opens her
boy.
eyes and looks up at him in disbelief. "Food? Now? It's 2 a.m. Go back to bed." But the student insists. "No, I'm so hungry. Let's eat something now." She tells him that there's some ramen in the kitchen and he could fix himself some. This doesn't satisfy him. He doesn't want ramen. "There's a 24-hour place just down the road. Let's go there." Eventually, after several minutes of persuasion, the boy gets Minji to come with him to the restaurant. They leave the apartment and head out. As soon as they're on the street, the boy turns to Minji and says, "I'm not hungry. I woke up in the middle of the night and looked under your bed. There's a man sleeping there." They call the police and discover that a homeless man had been living in Minji's apartment, sleeping under the bed for 2 months. The boy only saw him because he was lying on the floor, so he had a clear view under the bed.
Okay, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. That's gonna be it for this video. So make sure you hit the like, the subscribe button, and turn on the post notifications and hit the bell. And comment down below if you think that I was a wussy. Okay, guys. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Please like my videos, and just please not videos, video. My first video, and hit the bell. Okay, guys. Bye.